With so many podcasts out there, shows can get lost in the shuffle. That's why we implore you to check out Too Many Captains. You can find us at amoviepodcast.com.
5 unique takes on Hollywood movies and culture. Find us on Twitter at It's a Film Podcast.
Check our intellectual deep dives into theatrical films. Find us on Instagram at Too Many Captains Productions.
Unique takes on soundtracks. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Too Many Captains Productions.
Find us at amoviepodcast.com on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Play. And now, here comes a new episode of Collateral Cinema.
I'm Bo Maddox.
I'm Robert Oregon.
I'm Ashley Chancellor.
I'm Chaz McGrath.
And this is Collateral Cinema. Welcome to Collateral Cinema, the only movie podcast that matters, where we focus on good movies, bad movies, and everything else in between in the world of cinema. We're podcasting straight from somewhere in South Texas, and yes, my friends, we are a 420-friendly podcast. So whatever you have, be it dabs, blunts, bongs, or joints, smoke it if you've got it. And welcome to our annual car movie episode. Right, Robert?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All the cars, right, guys?
Yeah, there's cars.
Lots of cars.
All the cars.
More cars.
We're born to run these cars.
Less
Fast cars.
Fast cars.
There's more
cars that blow up.
Cars-
Less cars.
All the
Red
cars.
cars. Black cars. Lemons.
Lemons. Yeah, you're right.
Bad cars.
Oh, wow. This episode is already off to a great start. I'm loving this. How are y'all doing, guys?
Great.
All right. Hell yeah.
I feel like I'm born to run.
Yeah, we're all born to run, just like
You know?
Richard Grieco, right?
Always.
Always like Richard
In a
Grieco.
TV series, if we can
In
get...
fact, I'm pretty sure we have Richard Grieco right here. Right, Robert?
No.
No, you're not Richard Grieco? Are you sure?
Nah.
Mr. Grieco.
Nah.
Mr.
Right here
Grieco?
in the
I
studio.
wouldn't say that. Maybe after a couple of shots. I don't know. Maybe after a couple of drinks. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're doing the 1993 made-for-TV movie Born to Run, starring Richard Grieco. And this was actually directed, amazingly, by the guy who directed Purple Rain, of all movies. Like Albert Magnoli, I think his name is, right? Or Magnolia or something like that. And he also has an uncredited director's attribution for Tango and Cash. Apparently, he picked up the half of Tango and Cash when the director left that movie. So
Magnoli, baby. I'm Albert Magnoli.
I'm Albert Magnoli, babe.
That's right.
My mob name is Al Flowers.
Al Flowers, bro. So, Robert, why did you choose this movie for the podcast?
Because we really, I don't know, because it was one of the ones I found on YouTube, you know, when I was just going down the list of, like, car movies back in, like, 2013.
Yeah.
And, actually, it's right in the same list of a lot of the Cars movies that I picked throughout our series.
Yeah, I mean, we've done movies as varied as Bullet, Gone in 60 Seconds, and Hooper and whatnot.
Yeah.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh, yeah, wait till we get to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That'll be an amazing movie. That'll be fucking amazing.
That's how I found Born to Race with those Subarus and Mustangs. We'll get to those later, though.
What about
yeah,
Kirby? Are we going to get to Kirby?
Herbie.
Oh, it's Herbie?
fucking-
Yeah,
it's
that's
Herbie.
right.
It's not
Herbie.
Herbie. Not
Herbie
The Lindsay
the Love
Lohan?
Bug.
The Lindsay Lohan one?
Lindsay
Yeah.
Lohan, Fully Loaded, bro.
No, the OG.
The original,
The old
man.
one? Oh, yeah.
I don't even know why we're bringing up the Lindsay Lohan Herbie. It's like, I mean, come on now. Why are we bringing that up?
It was a car that was alive. Maybe like Hit from Knight Rider. Oh.
Oh, shit.
Or the DeLorean, Back to the Future. Dude, it's another car movie.
Well, it is relevant because there's a pill problem in this movie.
There is a pill problem
Yes.
here. One of the characters.
Sad
like,
to say.
I'm just kidding. I don't know about Lindsay Lohan's problems.
Oh, God damn it. So, like we said, this is a made-for-TV movie, and let's go ahead and talk about that as a genre, more or less, because this is something that, like, a lot of the, like, you know, younger millennials and Gen Z people, they may know of, like, Lifetime movies and Hallmark movies, but there was, like, a point where, like, even on ABC and CBS or NBC, they would have, like, a movie of the week and whatnot, and usually they would have, like, it would be like based on some kind of like news story at the time, or it could be an original story and
documentary. Like,
documentary.
I think I was telling you, like, I saw a lot of Evel Knievel movies, like at that time.
I mean, and that's a period of time that I really remember very vividly, you know, because I mean, I was of course born in the 80s. I mean, I came of age in the 90s, and I mean, you really saw a lot of that in the 90s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like that was that period of time where you could actually turn on ABC, you know? I mean, not everybody had cable and this was like way before streaming and whatnot. You know, like they would just kind of put together these movies like starring people like Valerie Bertinelli, or I remember one with like Tori Spelling on it, you know?
The spelling,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, yeah? I mean, they would usually have like mid-tier actors and whatnot. Like, I think that, you know, I think George Wendt was in a couple of them here or there, maybe. But, I mean, they had an interesting place in that particular era of television history. You know what I mean? Like, do any of y'all have any memories of those types of movies?
You know, I don't know if it was a made-for-TV one, but I remember it being on TV a lot when I was a kid. Was the like Huck Finn, Tom Sawyer movie? Remember those? Like I remember that actually being on PBS for a while.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
I don't know that
Was
that
it
was
Elijah
made-
Wood and Huck Finn?
Yeah,
That one, dude?
That's a
Oh,
Disney movie, isn't it?
Huck Finn?
You know what?
There's
I saw
different
a lot of
versions of Huck
Disney
Finn.
TV
I don't know.
movies.
the Elijah Wood one is what I remember seeing
Yeah.
a lot on like PBS and stuff,
Yeah.
Dude, that was a good one.
which is weird, right?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't really remember PBS showing a lot of movies other than
I remember
documentaries.
they did
back
have a
in the
lot of
day.
documentaries.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that I saw
Gulliver's Travels. That was a TV one I
Yeah.
remember with Ted Danson.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That was a TV movie. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Every now and again, they would have, you know, like old school fairy tales. They would make
Yeah.
a movie. I remember TBS made a made-for-TV movie that was based off of George Orwell's Animal Farm at one time, you know? So, and it was a live-action Animal Farm. It was interesting, I guess. And-
Live action. How does that work?
Just like the book. I mean,
I mean,
read
it's-
that book too.
Yeah,
Instead
the-
of cartoon
Yeah.
or
Yeah, no-
animation, they had just brought the characters to like Robin Hood, you know,
that
that kind of thing.
That animated short of Animal Farm is actually pretty fucking disturbing. Honestly, it's actually really creepy.
I just want to know how they did it. Did they have like voiceovers over real animals? Or?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
something like that.
Like a Milo and Otis shit.
It was actually
Homeward Bound.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of like what's a good example?
We just gave you two.
Yeah, you just gave it to. Another one is like, you know, Beverly Hills Chihuahua, except actually good. You know, This
Was
better
that just
movie.
voiceovers, or was there like CG involved with that?
It was more practical effects, if I remember.
All right.
They
Dogs.
put
Yeah.
the string on the dog's mouth.
No.
Real
You,
practical.
you
Cats
just
versus
give them
dog.
peanut butter. That's what you
Yeah.
Mr. Ed
yeah.
style.
do. Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Ed. There you go.
Hey, excuse me. All right, we don't talk about dogs and peanut butter, you sick fuck.
Are you really going there with me?
Dogs.
This motherfucker. This podcast is already going off the rails, and we're not even 10 minutes into this.
Yeah.
I mean, we're barely even talking about the movie, which stars Richard Grieco. I mean, he was another staple of television and television made-for-TV movies at the time.
I remember 21 Jump Street growing up for sure.
Oh,
that intro.
definitely.
You know,
Yeah.
That car flying up the hill.
Yeah.
Like coming up, catching air, you know. 21 Jump Street. You know?
Cricket.
That is the best.
Did it, dude. That did it for me.
Kicks on the eyeliner, doesn't he?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah,
But I mean, Richard Grieco is good in this movie, I think.
It is a good movie.
it wasn't bad, honestly.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
For a
I mean,
made-for-TV movie, it definitely had, like, you know, that HBO backing, which is funny. Because like this is one episode of Sopranos or Game of Thrones. Like as far as lengthwise, they used to make TV movies, but somewhere 10 years or 5 years later, they were making hour and 10-minute long episodes.
Yeah,
of shows.
yeah. That's
It
kind
wasn't
of
long after.
Yeah, that's kind of how the TV landscape changed around that time, especially when you started to get to shows like Lost and Heroes and whatnot like that. That's where that started to really kind of gain traction.
Oh, I love Lost and Heroes.
Yeah, those
that's
are
my
good
shit
shows.
right there.
Those are good shows, definitely.
I think we have those on DVD actually.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Oh no, we don't have Lost on DVD. No.
Before then, it was like 23 minutes or 27 minutes or whatever it was.
Yeah, something like that.
And then you started getting hour-long episodes, and it was to HBO's credit, I think.
Yeah.
You know,
That format, ultimately ended up working.
More or less.
but anyway, I thought it was shot good. It was filmed well.
I mean, we're watching it on a shitty bootleg. I mean, this is a pretty fucking obscure movie. I mean, yeah, we really plucked this just out of the ether.
It looks the same on YouTube, sorry.
It does. It's the same fucking pan and scan 4:3 ratio shit. I mean,
A lot of eyeliner.
lots of eyeliner here.
Caked it on, bro.
But story-wise, I mean, it's kind of standard for a car movie, honestly. Like, his brother owns a car lot, Richard Grieco's brother, and his brother is kind of into some shady shit. He owes money to the mob. He
Hey,
does.
Richie.
Yeah.
Why you in this shady shit, man?
Why you in this shady shit, man?
Hey,
Why you in that?
crooks. They don't punch the time card. I do the time card. It's a formality that makes me not a crook.
Yeah, I mean his brother is actually kind of interesting to me. I mean he's kind of
He's a degenerate gambler.
He's a degenerate gambler, exactly. But I mean, maybe he has a point there. I mean, he's still running a car lot, a used car lot.
Wait, did he pull through in the end? I didn't catch that.
I don't think so.
He was barely living, but he was beat the shit though.
Oh yeah, they eventually beat the living shit out of him. Here.
So does he make it or not?
They
don't
don't
know.
say, and since this is not.
It leaves you with a cliffhanger.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, is there a Born to Run 2? Are we going to have to do that?
Dang.
I
wish there was.
Don't think so.
There is not.
I mean,
I had a lot of fun just watching this, and we were honestly kind of riffing on it because it's so over the top. But it was just such a blast, though.
absolutely. I mean, this would have been a prime Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode, I think.
You think so? I think it didn't take itself.
I
That
don't.
serious. Maybe it did. I don't know. There was a little bit of cheesy romance in it.
We were kind of making fun of that, right?
Oh, the romance scenes were practically right out of like softcore porn films. I was like, is this Skinamax that we're watching?
But there was no nudity, which I guess that's kind of Grieco's. Being a TV star, you can't really necessarily associate or affiliate in like a softcore scenario. I guess, right? If you're on like network.
I don't know. I could totally see Grieco doing like erotic confessions back in the day or something, right?
Maybe.
Dude, that's hilarious.
I don't know. I don't know. He just doesn't seem like he would fall into that genre.
Yeah, get him on one of the body chemistry movies. There you go.
I will say Richard Grieco's character, Nicky D, he's kind of an asshole.
Oh, he's a total asshole. I mean,
and he's crazy as fuck, but he still gets the girl.
Yeah, that scene where we have the third act breakup. He's trying to talk to his girl, and he just runs up there and starts banging on her door like, "I'm not leaving until I talk to you." It's like, whoa, dude.
Whoa, bro.
And then he busts the door open.
Restraining order.
Yeah, he busts the door open, right?
Yeah, and then he refuses to leave, but then she fucking makes out with him because it's a TV movie that's not taking itself seriously.
And from the 90s, might I say. Yeah, this is prime 90s shit right here,
well,
man.
Boundary Bay, too, where they race is really, we were talking about how it's the 90s feel of it with the burning barrels and everything is fog machine all the time.
I know. It's like this really nondescript strip of land somewhere like out in Jersey or wherever this is based at.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the burning barrels. I mean, that's just such a massive TV 90s movies trope, you know? I mean,
What's in the burning barrels? What are they burning in those barrels?
who knows, man? Who knows? I
They
mean,
just have like, pyrotechnics in them, or they're actually like Duraflame logs. Like, what's going on in those barrels? I've always
I don't know.
wondered.
Maybe they're just chunking a tire in there and just lighting it on fire or
Chunking
something.
it down. Yeah, there's no fog machine needed in that
No,
scenario.
no
That
fog
is
machine
just-
needed there. We don't. That's where all that's coming from.
That'll burn long enough. Tires. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, smoke wasn't ever considered a bad thing to have in the air in that time.
No, not necessarily.
The smokier the air, that just was like,
Everybody's just like,
people
who
are
gives a
here.
fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this movie just reeks of the 90s all the way through. I mean, especially with Grieco himself. I mean, he's such an actor that's of his time.
Yes.
You know, he's one of those actors that they only fit in that one time period, you know? Like, what's a good example in, for the 70s? Like Sonny and Cher. They were on TV at the time. It's like, yeah, they're very of the 70s. Although, you know, Cher, she's kind of transcended that. But Sonny Bono especially.
I love how literally every woman has the hots for Nikki in this movie. Like they all are just super horny for Richard Grieco. Yeah. All of the women. It's like a harem anime. They just can't control themselves around him.
Oh, definitely.
It happens, bro.
Well, speaking of Sonny and Cher and transitioning, their kid transitioned quite well.
Yeah, Chaz Bono. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he seems to be happy.
He's a transitioner.
Yeah, he seems to be happy, though. He's living his best life.
Of course. Yeah. And I've always been interested because we kind of had shared that
share that first name.
You know?
Yeah, it's an interesting name for him to choose, right?
They're like Chaz Bono. I'm like,
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Kind of
like
rolls off the tongue a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see why you chose it, honestly.
But anyway.
But also, yeah, Richard Grieco is very much of his time. I mean, another good example, like in the 90s, probably is like Dave Coulier from
there you go.
Yeah, he's very much a 90s centric, or Balky from Perfect Strangers. Homeboy, we played Balky.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember
Melissa
that.
Joan Hart.
Melissa Joan Hart, definitely. But then she decided to do a God's Not Dead movie. Huh. She's in the second God's Not Dead, and it's amazing.
She had some COVID controversy earlier.
Oh, did she? Is she anti-mask, anti-vax, and all that stuff? I mean, what is she saying?
I can't remember what it was. I don't think she is, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The only reason I brought that up is because Grieco's really stayed out of the spotlight. I mean, you haven't seen him in anything since Night at the Roxbury, probably, right?
No, yeah, you're right about
not
that.
since then. I mean, his role in Night of the Roxbury was very classic, honestly.
Yeah, and it just really acknowledged the spotlight on him, and then ironically, there isn't one, which is kind of funny. Yeah,
he played himself. It was just hilarious.
Yeah, who himself was. Or at least that version of him was kind of an asshole too in Night at the Roxbury.
I don't know, guys. Do you think that we'll ever have a Richard Grieco renaissance?
Yeah,
a
definitely.
Renaissance?
If the Chinese want him back, he'll be back. They will pay to have him back.
They will. Get him in the MCU.
Richard Grieco in the MCU.
Who would he play? Ash, who do you think he would be cast for if he was in the MCU?
Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock? You think so?
I don't know.
I mean, may as well they may as well just pull a random character out of your ass. I mean, you know.
I don't know. I could see it.
Yeah, maybe.
At his age now.
Yeah. But I mean, this movie's story, like I said, it's very standard kind of boilerplate car movie with a little bit of an organized crime bent to it. I do like
a little bit of everything.
I do like Phil, the mob boss in this movie. He's kind of understated a little bit, right? I mean, near the end, he goes a little nuts because he's finally just had it with, you know, Nikki's nonsense. But throughout the movie, I mean, he plays his shit straight and cool, you know? So.
Well, I will say that he came through when he kicked Nikki's ass at the end. I don't want to jump ahead, but I'm gonna. And I did not expect this old dude to throw down like that, but he beat the shit out of Nikki. So.
Whoa.
If you're wondering throughout this entire movie if he is a deserving mob boss, I'd say he is.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
And then he decides to race another dude at the track, and somehow that's supposed to settle things, or
Yeah,
I guess tell him like, don't fuck with me. I guess that's the message.
I ain't going nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm here to race.
I ain't going nowhere. And then he
gonna be here forever.
blows up his car with the Nas, and then just walks away like a total Chad. It's like shows up to a crime boss's racetrack, gets beat up by crime boss, beats dude in race, leaves. It doesn't elaborate.
Yeah, it leaves more questions than it answers. It's
Total
a very strange
badass.
ending.
It has a little bit of everything except for a solid ending.
Yeah, the ending just falls apart.
There's some
You're just
sex, some violence, a little bit of pills, drugs in there.
little pills, lots of New Jersey, bro.
Lots of drugs.
Lots of Jersey mooks, bro.
Lots
Damn.
of suits smelling like burnt tires.
And also
underground
you
raves.
have lots and lots of women who are just like, they talk really breathy like this, It's like, especially Sally, which let's talk about her a little.
Let's talk about the name Sally.
First of all, Sally, yeah.
If that's not on a corpse, then it doesn't need to be written into a movie.
I don't know. Sally is a very odd name. I don't even know if people are naming their girls that anymore.
Let's bring it back.
What's it short for? Salamander?
Yeah. What is the origin of that fucking name?
Salvatore?
I don't know.
Isn't that from what is it?
I don't know. It just sounds like some weird name that white people made up somewhere along the line.
Salison.
Nightmare
weird
Before
white
Christmas.
It is a very
Sally.
white girl name, right?
It is a white girl name.
Sally.
Sally.
But
And she's very white.
yes, she is very white.
They cast to the name.
But I mean, how do you think the actress who played Sally did in this? I mean,
She did all right, but the atmosphere around her and Richard Grieco is kind of uncomfortable. They don't really have a lot of on-screen chemistry.
yeah,
It's not believable, but she's fine.
Yeah, it's very deceptive. It's definitely... We've all been with those girls that give you the fuck me eyes, but no, they're just playing you. She's got those eyes.
Well, to be fair, she does kind of stick by him at the end and everything. I mean,
That's
she's
true.
It's because of the car.
That's
No, I'm just
true.
kidding. I'm kidding.
it's because the car. He blows the car up.
Yeah, I know. But then he's got to find another one.
It's upsetting.
She could have walked away after he blew the car up.
Oh, well, you guys brought up
Boy,
a
she's
good
stuck by.
Sorry. Yeah, you brought up a good point, though, earlier where you're talking like she all of a sudden has a moral stance when Nicky gets into helping his brother steal a car.
Yeah.
She gets upset with him, but she's formally dating Phil, the
Yeah.
mob boss.
Oh,
Yeah.
What the
But maybe that's why she got out of it with Phil. I was thinking, like, maybe she's like, this life of crime's not for me. And she finds all Nicky, like, the purist, and come to find out he's, like, bipolar,
Yeah, and
narcissistic.
in the end,
Yes.
we all know typically how the trope plays out with the mob boss's girlfriend here. I mean, it even goes back to something like Cowboy Bebop. With
That's
Julia,
true.
Like, I mean, it's a common trope. It's like if there's a mob boss involved, and the mob boss has a girlfriend, and you go for the girlfriend, she's pretty much toast. She's done for.
You're asking for drama.
You're asking for drama, bullets, all kinds of shit. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe in some way, I still kind of think she's kind of interesting, somewhat. I mean, she's not.
There's really no character development whatsoever.
Yeah, she's interesting in a more superficial manner.
Are
Just
you saying she's hot?
not saying that she's hot.
She is hot.
So
What
she's
the
not
fuck?
hot?
She
So
is
she's not
hot,
hot? Are you
yeah.
saying she is
I mean,
hot?
She's
there's that one
attractive.
scene where we see her nipples through her bra, which is like,
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
you're like, dang.
I mean, no, she's definitely attractive. I'm just talking about how she fits into the story, more or less. Like, I mean, there's that one scene where she's doing like a fucking music video or something.
Yeah, she's his white horse, bro.
And I just want to know what's the story behind that. What is the point of that? Is that something that Phil is paying for her? Like, what's going on there? I mean, is there something that I
don't
missed
believe that
there?
was ever explained.
No, it wasn't.
So you interpret from it what you will.
She
Yeah.
like a model or something? She's got.
Yeah, she is.
She is a model.
She's got to be a
but it's
model,
like,
right?
She
what's
is.
But what's the point of the stripper get up and everything, man? I mean, it seemed very gratuitous.
You tell me.
Yeah.
She definitely is like a thrill seeker. You know, like
Yeah, there's that scene where Nikki takes her into his car and then just goes ahead and floors it, and like he does prepare her for it,
and she's like having an orgasm the entire time.
Pretty much. Oh yeah, she has a look on her face like ooh.
And while all the women are fawning over him, he's like, "Only have eyes for you, babe."
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I have eyes for you, babe. Yeah. There's randomly he's at a bar and he's trying to wait for her and everything, and these two women just walk up to him and then start just kind of flirting with him more or less.
Buy him a drink and then start trying to like coach him.
Yeah, he gets a club soda, of course, because we can never have the main guy drink on screen.
He has no DD because that car only he can drive.
Exactly. It's his car, right?
You push
Robert?
one wrong button, that thing explodes. We've seen that.
Yep. Don't have to shift wrong. You shift wrong, bro. The whole thing explode.
Oh yeah, but man, I mean, the brother though, man, the dude that plays the brother. I mean, we touched upon him a little bit earlier, but I mean, in the end, yeah, we don't see him after he's finally beaten up and just dumped at the apartment. It's like that's pretty much done for him. So what happened to him?
Well, we know that he doesn't have a car lot because he sacrificed that.
Yeah,
to Phil.
He sold that.
Yeah.
Or bet against it, I should say.
I don't know. I mean, even if he does survive, all the money that he made from that scandal is going to medical bills, so...
Yeah, he's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
He'll be lucky to have any money left over after that.
Yeah, and drive.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, he's pretty much completely in the shitter at the end of the movie.
Should be eating through a tube, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, that scene where they actually beat him up is pretty brutal. I mean, for a made-for-TV movie, as brutal as you're going to get for 1993.
Yeah.
But Robert, let's go ahead and get to the part of the episode that we've all been waiting for. The cars in this movie, Robert. What cars do we see in this movie? Like, from what eras? Like, and just kind of break some of them down, Robert.
Mostly just, you see a lot of Fords, really, like.
Yeah, the main car is a Ford Mustang fastback, right?
Yeah, it's a 1970 fastback.
What do you think they're trying to say with all those Fords?
Yeah.
You see a lot of old school 32, like, what is that, 32 Deuces, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Deuce Coupes.
Deuce Coupes, yeah, those are cool.
Hell yeah, man.
Especially the ones from like 1939, I don't know.
Yeah. But during the drag race scenes, I mean... What other cars did you see there? Like, I mean, was there anything that really kind of jumped out at you?
There's a couple of Roadrunner. There's a Roadrunner at the end, and the one with that Terminator dude. He's driving like a fucking. I think it's a Chevy Malibu. It's like a '73 type.
Right on.
I don't know. That's a cool car though.
So, do you think that how would those two cars really match up? Let's say you take the NOS out of the equation. How would they match up in a drag race?
I think the 1970 Fastback actually had the 429 Cobra.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I would stick the 429 Boss motor Cobra in it. A Boss motor is just way better too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can you? I just ask a question. How does a posi track work on the rear end of a Plymouth?
This is Car Talk with Collateral Cinema.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But I mean,
as a Joe Dirt reference.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Joe Dirt. Fucking Joe Dirt. Oh, man.
Well, one just rides along while the other one moves. Right? That's how posi traction works.
No one knows.
No one knows.
It just does.
It just does.
Guys, I think we need to go back and watch Joe Dirt because that's a hilarious movie.
But it's funny, yeah. We looked up the actor that played his brother, and he wasn't in really anything else notable after that. He kind of had a pretty big role in this movie, but yeah, especially I really thought he would show up in Sopranos cast somewhere, being that this is an HBO movie. He's kind of playing that Bob guy. Maybe something horrible happened to him in real life because...
Who knows, man? I mean...
no, he's got a 2021 project coming up.
What is it called?
Hold on a second. No, I'm looking at Phil.
Oh, shit.
No, let's see.
Feeling it.
Phil's still kicking, huh?
He's still kicking?
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. He was in Lethal Weapon, the TV series.
Oh, shit, really?
Or he will. It says upcoming projects.
Oh, damn.
Oh, no, that's different. Yeah, so he was in Lethal Weapon for I think it looks like a few seasons.
No shit.
Yeah. NCIS.
God
They're
damn
mostly
it.
TV shit, you know.
Oh, television actor.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a straight up television actor.
How I
actor.
Met
That
Your
makes sense.
Mother, The Mentalist.
Who's the one that
CSI.
played his mechanic? Who's that guy? Because I've seen him in some stuff too.
Yeah,
Little Denny.
the little Denny of this movie.
Yeah, the one that looks like Jim Atkins from Jimmy Eat World.
So, you want to have some fun?
What do you have in mind?
See this? It's yours. You can grab it anywhere in the quarter mile.
$100 bill. Are there any rules?
Yeah. Just keep your head back against the seat. And don't try to climb out. You ready?
That was fun. Of course, you could have killed us.
I would never hurt you.
I saw this wreck in the field on the way to Boundary Bay. It was all burned out. What is it?
It's a monument. The guy took on some pros. Tried to run them clean.
What happened?
He didn't make it.
Nikki, I've got to go.
Can I see you again?
What?
Why? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I thought maybe you can come see me race tomorrow night.
I can't. I'm working.
Oh. Why'd you do that?
What, were you going to use it again or something?
No way.
Here's my number. And where I'll be working all week. Maybe you can come see me.
Okay.
Yeah, he does, right? He's a total Jimmy Eat World dude.
Oh, he was in Terminator 3.
What? Really?
Rise of the Machines, yeah.
No shit.
Okay.
Man, that's kind of surprising seeing all the filmographies of the people involved in this. Like, for instance, at the beginning of the episode that when we started, we talked about Albert Magnolia. Mm-hmm. And yeah, he fucking directed Purple Rain. I mean,
Magnoli.
he was working with Prince most of the time. He did a lot of his videos, even his music videos. So it's like, and like we said, that uncredited half directing credit for Tango and Cash, of all things.
I like Tango and Cash. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a freaking awesome movie. It really is.
Kurt Russell and Stallone.
Yeah, where else are you going to get a pairing like that? And also, apparently, he did some work on TV for like Nash Bridges back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
Nash Bridges.
But yeah, I mean, this movie to me, as far as a car movie goes, I mean, I think that it's pretty solid, right, Robert? I mean, does it really like represent all the tropes of the genre, or does it fall flat?
I think the quarter-mile race is better than the Fast and the Furious.
You think so?
Because in this quarter-mile race, you kind of get the quarter-mile race instead of the 10-minute quarter-mile in Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Seriously, though.
I'm kidding.
It's like whole montages in that, and you're like, this is a 3-second event.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a quarter
exactly.
mile is like 10 seconds, dude.
Yeah, this is over with real quick. We don't have time for all this in the middle, like jumping from cars and like there's no time for this.
Definitely, man. But I mean, I get what you're saying there, you know. But I mean, in the end, I mean, what else is there really to say about this movie? I mean, it's in many ways it's so nondescript. I mean, there's some things that are interesting about it, you know. Of course, you know Richard Grieco, of course, and everything. But I mean, it is pretty standard for a made-for-TV movie. I mean, it pretty much has all the trappings of it. You know, we even have our 4:3 aspect ratio. I mean, yeah, this definitely came out back when TVs were mostly square. Definitely came out at that time. And I
those
mean,
TVs were heavy.
Oh yeah.
I really kind of wish that we could find a better version of this. I doubt that we could because I mean, this is potato quality. Right here. Total potato quality. It's not the best version of this. It's a pan and scan and all that. And while I do like shit like that,
So we found buttercream, right?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, which by the way, I do have the VHS.
Fuck yeah.
100%. But I mean, I can't really tell if it's really particularly well shot, you know, like if the camera work is really decent. Because it's just kind of in a layer of CRT VHS fog here, you know?
Yeah, you guys remember whenever those TVs were like, you had to ask, like, can you come help me move my TV?
They were made of wood, dude. They're freaking heavy.
Yeah.
Ginormous, heavy things.
Nowadays, though, you're like, can you come help me move my TV? And it's like, you dick. That's like, what do you got, like a 90-inch TV? What the fuck do you need help moving that thing for?
Yeah, you can.
And it is like if nowadays somebody's asking you to move a TV, it's a big TV.
Yeah, it's got to be something huge that they're going to have to mount on the wall and everything. Yeah, it's going to be ginormous. But yeah, I remember those days of CRTVs, man. Like, I'm actually kicking myself in the ass for getting rid of my last CRTV. I mean, this one right here. I mean,
oh my God, there's one in the room.
Yeah, there is one in the room. This one right here doesn't really work all that well, though. I don't know what's going on. I need to look at the jacks or something, the RCA jacks. But man, I mean, watching these types of pan and scans, it does kind of have that nostalgia to it. You know, it's like
it does
because it still has that analog feel to it. That's, you know, like analog horror. You know, they kind of go for that vibe here, but this is like. I mean, I love watching old stuff like this. You know, like a lot of the horror movies that I have are like this. They're just these cheap pan and scan bullshit DVDs. But I mean, I don't know. There's just something kind of fun about going back and watching something at this quality.
This was adapted from a VHS.
Yeah, it's a pan and scan. That's what that is.
Yeah, okay.
It's adapted. We can even see the artifact on the bottom of the screen right here.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I'm surprised that there aren't tracking errors.
A little plus minus on the side.
Yeah.
Right in the corners, just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it almost feels like this is something that you could have just found on some sold as blank VHS tape, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Like just something you just found in your collection of VHS tapes. Like we were watching the other day, you know, and you got fucking Pokemon and some like...
Yeah, I have a bunch of VHS tapes that I salvaged from... our storage. I mean, we even found some stuff that was up till recently lost media.
Yeah.
Like there's this Video Smart learning console that we used to have, and apparently that's completely lost. Like I don't know if we have the console, but we have the tapes, and it was weird watching that shit, right, Ash?
It was fucking obscure as hell, man. I'm just like it almost kind of trippy.
It's very trippy, you know. I mean, and it's puppetry, of course. You know, it was like a puppet bear or whatever.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other things. But yeah, it was weird to just kind of peel those layers back and just go look at something from back in the day. You know, like YouTube is actually lousy with that stuff. But I mean, I even have a tape that has a bunch of the actual advertisements intact. From like 1981, 82.
Wow.
There's even a news broadcast on it. Yeah, a news broadcast from WOAI in NBC in San Antonio.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it was from 1982, and that's my birth year, which was interesting, you know? And of course, this is 93 right here.
Yeah, you were just a little 10-year-old boy.
I was
10-year-old Bo watching
-2.
Trying to stay up real late and see a boob.
Oh yeah, I have many stories of that. I mean, we did an episode on Skinamax movies, so I mean, I told about those nights.
Bolero. Right?
Bolero. Oh no,
Those
please
Bolero,
don't bring up Bolero.
Those Bolero nights.
I wasn't even cum in my dad's ball sack yet.
No, you weren't.
No,
you did not. You have not fulminated into the testicles yet.
Nope.
You hadn't formed.
Nope.
Nope. Just your dad's nuts. Just not full of you. Just other cum.
just your other brothers.
Oh no.
And sisters.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? We've said about all we really need to say about this movie, I kind of feel. Let's go ahead and just start getting into some final thoughts. Let's go ahead and start with Chaz.
Well, it wasn't the worst. Bolero was worse.
Definitely.
I'm sad I couldn't be here for the Last Action Hero one because that one was actually a pretty decent flick.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
But this one wasn't the worst. It was. It definitely, like you said, had all the TV movie tropes. It was just a little, for me, is a little too much romance.
Yeah.
If the plot that included the girlfriend thing kind of shouldn't have been there. I feel like it should have been more of him and his brother and his dad's relationship. And
yeah, that would have been far more interesting.
And they could have tied up some loose ends.
Yeah.
But there was just too many to tie up. So let's just hold her hand and walk off into the burning rubber.
The thing is, I mean, that's kind of how a lot of those made-for-TV movies were back then. At least not the ones that weren't like true crime based on true event ones.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they usually follow the romantic lead, third act breakup and all that shit.
I think it was a mistake for this one.
Well, I mean, yeah, I understand that, but I mean. Maybe it's because nowadays that's just not so standard anymore.
The third act breakup that happens minutes after them officially getting together or banging.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? It's like they were barely even dating.
They just banged for the first time, and then a few minutes later, we have the breakup. I mean, goddamn.
What the
hell?
hell?
They use that, I think, just to show what she's looking for in a guy.
Yeah.
You're talking about like, oh, she's dating Phil. Now she's got a moral stance. But I think literally that whole scene was just to show you that she is trying to get a clean guy.
Yeah. Because I think the reason she's upset, even though it seems kind of hypocritical at first glance, is because, she saw in Nicky like her refuge, her getaway from that. So learning that he's not that, gives her cause to kind of feel that way because, he presented himself as someone who was clean and I guess.
Yeah, but in the end, it's like he didn't focus any of that energy on his family, and then ultimately that whole thing failed because of that. Like, she just got in the way. Yeah.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Ash, what are your final thoughts on this?
I mean, it's a lot of fun. This is a good movie to throw on while you're high as fuck, and I mean, you really don't even have to pay attention to it. Just watch the cool ass car scenes.
Watch the cars, bro. That's it.
I mean, that being said, I mean, I guess I was invested in the plot, but like you said, Chaz, it's certainly not without its flaws. But even so, I think I'm not taking the movie too seriously. It's all around a fun time.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there. Robert, what are your final thoughts?
It's not a bad Richard Grieco film, like really.
Yeah, he did pretty good.
He really did.
We've seen a lot of his early stuff, but I don't know. Mostly 21 Jump Street, but
mostly Night at the Roxbury.
Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, we should go back and watch Night at the Roxbury just because of that.
Definitely Night at the Roxbury, man. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a good part. I mean, the cool jacket looks like James Dean. But and then the car just tops it off, really.
That's something we didn't really touch on. James Dean is kind of all over this movie, right?
It's the Rebel Without a Cause, really.
Yeah, it kind of even follows some of the beats of that story a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like, and of course, yeah, like you said, the jacket. I mean, he wears that jacket pretty much the entire time.
That's that straight jacket, really.
Yeah, I mean, you of course have a replica of the James Dean Rebel jacket.
I got that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It came from Fairmont, Indiana, actually.
That's awesome.
Ooh.
Wow, straight from the museum, right? From
yeah,
the James Dean
it was a
Museum?
present, so yeah, I got it put away.
That's fucking awesome, dude. You should probably find like some kind of frame for it to put it up somewhere.
It was
man.
pretty cool.
Like a jersey frame or something
Some
like that.
sort of expensive frame, right?
Yeah. Put that up somewhere, you know?
Oh, no.
I mean, that's a hell of a thing. But as far as I'm concerned, as far as my final thoughts, I mean, if you really are just into this particular era of 90s nostalgia, like especially with made-for-TV movies, many of which are probably more or less lost media, you know, there's probably quite a few of them that haven't been seen in like years, you know, so... I mean, for fuck's sake, look at how obscure this movie was.
This one was, like you talked about being on YouTube, it was only on here because of like a car enthusiast website.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, it's like not even a movie channel necessarily. I mean, it is, but it's only for car movies. So this was pulled out by somebody who is like Robert, deep into the cars and the racing.
Deep into the genre and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Went down the list from Born to Run and like any 1970 film that was like bootlegged, like moonshine shit.
Yeah.
Just kept going right down the list.
Like you're Smokey and the Bandits and all that shit.
Yeah, that's how I found a lot of John Saxon car movies that way. Like,
oh, awesome.
Like
dude.
Moonshine County Express. We'll probably get into that too. I don't know.
I actually have a 10 movie pack of old school car movies that we should sit down and watch sometime.
Okay.
Honestly.
Yeah.
We might be able to find some stuff for the director's cut there. Who knows? You know? But yeah, I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, this is definitely a movie that you should at least watch. I mean, as far as everyone else, I mean, this type of film, this type of genre, made for TV movies, it's going to be very hit and miss for you. You know, I mean, there's some of them that are kind of compelling, some of them that have some interesting casts and everything, and some of them that were even jumping off points for other directors. Like, I believe Steven Spielberg's first movie was a made for TV movie. I'm pretty sure that's what his first movie was. And then that was the one about the trucker who was like constantly like trying to run down this couple or whatever.
Joyride?
Joyride, yeah, it's Joyride.
Really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was his first. Huh. Yeah, I think that was his first movie. I may be wrong. I mean, it may be someone else, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that was one of his first movies. So, yeah, but I mean, I think that as far as a car movie is concerned, I mean, it hits all the fucking tropes. I mean, Chaz is right. It is a little heavy on the romance, but that is to be expected with this particular era of, like, even in just regular movies, they were doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you expect it, but it's still not needed.
Yeah, it's downright archaic nowadays. You know, like it's very outmoded. Oh, here's the scene with the blonde and the brunette chick. Like it's like, is it Laura Herring and what's her name from Mulholland Drive or something? Is that what this is? Is that what this shit is?
He's being groomed.
Totally. It's like, in some ways, I mean, this could almost be a David Lynch type of thing. Something that he would be into, at least. You know,
I think so. Yeah.
A big part of his whole thing is that he loves that era of, you know, the 50s and the 60s and everything. You know, and this has some vibes like that. You know, it kind of feels like an old school car movie from like the 50s or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like the late 50s, early 60s, somewhere around there. But yeah, I think that, you know, I mean, and also if you love Richard Grieco, definitely watch this movie. But I mean, everyone else, you might get a little bit bored by it. You know, I mean, you really just have to kind of understand that particular era that it came from, you know, and you know, for us older millennials, you know, we know that shit well. You know, we were watching broadcast TV back then. We saw these movies all the fucking time. I mean, they would even take big name movies and show them. You know, they would have the era of the TV edit. You know?
You have to watch that with the commercials.
Yeah.
And all your favorite parts edited out.
I mean, they still do that nowadays.
Do.
But I mean, back then they were a little more like in your face about it. You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that's all that we're gonna say about this. Ash, what's going on with Collateral Gaming?
Well, we just released part 1 of our episode on Mario and the Luigi Superstar Saga. Part 2 is coming out by the end of this month. And then next month, we're going to be talking about Horizon Zero Dawn for part 1 of our February episode. And then for part 2, we're going to be talking about Horizon Forbidden West, doing a spoiler-free game launch review. And starting in March, I believe, is whenever we're going to do our Elden Ring game launch episode as well.
Awesome. And we still need to get back to playing some Final Fantasy VII.
We do, honestly.
As well. Because we're kind of building up to, doing a crossover between me and Ash on Final Fantasy VII, because that's like a game that means a lot to me. Like, I know that game practically like the back of my fucking hand.
I want to do a 2-part episode where we compare, Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Remake.
See, I really want to play the remake.
Yeah.
I really want to play that.
Yeah.
It looks absolutely stunning.
I mean, that's what we're doing later this season with Resident Evil 2. We're going to do Resident Evil 2 and then Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Yeah.
Kind of compare the two.
I want to be on that one too. I mean, I don't really know Resident Evil 2 as well as the first game and the third game,
I think you do. You'll remember when you pick it up. I'm curious because the game, it was pretty flawless, but the gameplay could have been cleaned up.
It could have.
A lot of extra steps when you walk kind of stuff.
I haven't played it yet. I mean, I kind of just, my first foray into the Resident Evil franchise was Biohazard and Village. So I want to go back now. And I just thought it would be cool because the Resident Evil 2 remake seemed to be the most, the most well-praised.
Yeah, it had a lot of jump scares in it. A lot more than the other ones, I feel like.
Yeah.
Really suspenseful stuff like birds pecking at windows and stuff, and then eventually you walk down a hallway and kind of get overtaken by them,
Ooh.
That's awesome.
And at some point, Robert will guest host on an episode, like on a car game of some kind. Maybe. I think you were saying like classic Need for Speed or classic GTA, something like that.
Something. Maybe Midnight Club or something.
Forza.
Hey, I have the first 2 Need for Speeds on. I have the first two Need for Speeds on PlayStation Classic.
Oh yeah.
So hell yeah, we should check those out.
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo, I have that too. Incidentally, I also have Ridge Racer 4.
Cruising USA.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, R-Type 4, whatever it is.
Stuntman.
But Chaz, you have anything to plug or anything?
No, if you guys want a house painted, you're in my area.
Right on. And Robert, what's going on with Texas Sundown?
Oh, nothing. We're scrubbing the whole project.
Whole project scrubbing?
Whatever.
Come on now. We filmed so much shit. Don't make that lost media now.
Scrubbed.
Yeah. We'll get back to it as soon as we can. Now that all the Christmas decorations are down everywhere.
Yeah, and we're starting to wind down with winter and everything.
Yeah, let's just get through the winter.
Yeah, just get through the winter and then maybe we can get back to it.
Let's get the car scenes.
We can set up again.
Yeah, we got to get those car scenes, man.
Oh.
Yeah, we got to get the driving scenes down.
We got to switch the car because that thing's wrecked.
Oh man, that's
damn
sucks. God damn it.
Damn it.
Damn it, man. Damn it. But anyway, you can find Collateral Cinema and Collateral Gaming on Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio. You can find Collateral Cinema on Good Pods. I don't know about Collateral Gaming.
I think so, yeah. I think we're on Good Pods.
You're on Good Pods? Oh, awesome.
Believe so.
Yeah, find us on Good Pods. Follow us, like our stuff, give us a rating, and help us kind of climb the charts. We charted a few times since then. And also on Spotify, they started giving out 5-star reviews on that. So go and review us there, and also on Apple Podcasts and on Podchaser. Check us out on Patreon. We have full-length feature commentaries. And if we get enough patrons, we'll start kind of giving out more content. We'll come up with some different stuff to put out on the Patreon. It just hasn't been that much of a priority lately because there's just not enough people giving us money or anything like that, like barely anyone. So please, we start at $1 and $5 tiers. Please come and support the show. We would really appreciate it. And also give us a comment on Twitter. We actually have a poll up right now for the next Director's Cut commentary. I listed 4 movies. It was Buttercream Gang 2, Demon City Shinjuku, Demonic Toys, and Blood Diner. And last I checked, it was kind of a head-to-head heat between Demonic Toys and Demon City Shinjuku. So,
okay.
So it'll be interesting to see how that ends up.
Who cast my vote for Butter Gang?
Buttercream Gang too, definitely.
Buttercream Gang.
I think we're going to do Buttercream Gang as a Patreon exclusive.
Yeah, we need to do that soon.
Yeah.
Also, we have a couple overdue ones. We need to do Disaster Artist, Princess Bride, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we need to find some time to get to our commentaries and everything. It's been a while since we've done one, so
it has.
It's been a long while. And I mean, if you want an example of what our commentaries sound like, just check out some of our Director's Cut episodes. We have a Ninja Scroll commentary and also a commentary on Second Glance. That's all kinds of fun. And also, let's see what else. Find us on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook. So check us out there, follow us, give us some feedback. We love the feedback. I mean, if there's anything we need to improve on the show, please tell us. So anyway, this is going to be a short one, everybody. I mean, does anybody have anything else to add here? Like, nothing more? Ash?
No, not really. Just that I'm born to run.
Yeah, I'm born to run, babe.
Just born to run.
I'm just born to run, and you can't stop me. You know.
I wake up with the runs.
That's right. That's right, babe. I'm born to run.
I'm born to run, babe.
Technically, we were all born with the runs.
Right off the bat, right?
Yeah, it's real yellowy.
That's what's up, babe. But that's right, babe. This was Collateral Cinema, babe, and we are totally out of here. I'm Bo Maddox.
I'm Robert Ortegon.
I'm Nikki Donatello.
And I'm... Can I go over?
Yeah.
Can we go over again?
Go over again?
I have no name.
Okay.
I'm anonymous.
And this was Collateral Cinema, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, we're all born to run. Laters. Collateral Cinema is a Collateral Media podcast. All music and movie clips are owned by their respective creators and are used for educational purposes only. Please don't sue us. We're poor.